say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Let's talk about marriage.
They have like a 2-second rebound rate and you're back doing the next pain in the ass thing.
Parenting. Oh my gosh.
They have sucked the pretty right out of me. They treat me like it, and I do their laundry. Lucky me.
Sex.
I'm caught between two evils. I generally like to take the one I never tried.
Scary stuff like ghosts. I know it's totally out of left field, but just go with me on this.
Boo, you whore.
Love.
I give you what you need. That's all. I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can. What's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
Friendships.
Wink and her necklace says best friends forever.
Sure you wanted to say forever? I don't think you guys will be best friends forever, no offense, but sometimes you grow apart. And maybe she'll find a new best friend. They end up doing everything together.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to today's edition of Still Awkward with Sadie. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing, Ryan?
Well, I am doing well.
You're feeling well?
Yeah.
We have the weirdest thing happen today. This cannot be explained. And it's the biggest mystery in my life. Where did our plunger go?
Oh, man.
The plunger stays since we've moved into this house over a decade ago. It stays in the same area, same place. We need the plunger, which we do regularly because we have these like water efficient toilets where it has like no water pressure because they're trying to conserve.
Yeah.
So it's like, we clog toilets way more than we should. It's embarrassing almost. But tonight ours was completely gone.
The plunger was gone.
No idea.
Yeah.
Look everywhere. It's completely gone.
And this is when you like make up things. We were like, well,
yeah,
someone came into our house and took our plunger.
But what else can you think about?
I have no idea. But legitimately, I was going through it, and there's probably a list of like 3 or 4 people that I could be like, oh, that they took our plunger.
People that don't live with us, you mean?
Yeah.
Where you're like, I could see them.
Yep.
Let's go through them sneaking in.
Ready?
Go.
18-year-old boy.
18-year-old boy.
Could have randomly taken the plunger, done something stupid with it.
Done. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Cleaning people. House cleaners.
I hate to go that route because it's just so awful.
Sure. But okay, let's just go to routes. Could have gone down, right?
Yeah.
Any member of your family, like your sisters or mom, could have just randomly played a joke and taken the plunger.
Oh my God. See, that makes sense. That's more likely.
Right?
That they would hide it somewhere, just knowing one day.
And if they did, kudos to you, because that's a damn good one. Because you guys in the family like to take random things from people's houses as a joke.
We love it.
But typically it's like a frame or a pot. Taking a plunger?
That takes some balls because I don't want to touch anybody's. Well, I think plungers are
the taking it, of course.
Yeah.
But the fact of like, they're going to need this at some point and they're not going to have it. And it's going to be hilarious.
Right. Right.
That's pretty that's like taking one shoe of somebody's. Like I'm going to take their left shoe.
And of a pair of shoes that they only wear occasionally. So then one day that's like playing the long game.
Yeah.
When it comes to playing a joke on someone. And you know what? Props to them for playing the long game.
I don't even know if they did it, but it's likely.
What's funny is you get to a point where it's like, where could it be where you start looking at each other going, are you sure you didn't take it? And you're like, yes, are you sure you didn't? And why would we do that?
Yeah.
And so it's not us.
Because it doesn't make sense. Why is it gone?
So you went to Walmart tonight.
So listen to this.
Yeah, tell me.
Because why not listen to the story that we have to tell you? That's why you're listening, right? Went to Walmart to get one thing, not middle of the night, but it's dark out, nighttime, getting just a plunger. Now, typically, if it was you might throw in a couple different items.
Here's what I swear to you I would do.
Yeah.
I'd buy stuff just to cover the plunger.
Yeah.
Because my luck, I'll see someone I know and I'll have one thing and it'll be a plunger.
Sure. Me, I went straight for it. Plunger, walking out. Here we go. Put it on the self-checkout. Now, I got some issues with Walmart.
Got it.
Because not only will they just only have self-checkout going, they won't pay anybody else. Okay. Typically at this particular Walmart, the person they have working the self-checkout English might be their 7th language.
Oh, okay. Not
Very
even
smart.
the second.
Probably smart, very smart in person
Totally.
because they know more languages than I do.
Yeah.
But dear God, it's hard to talk to.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
And so we're in there and they put no money towards their self-checkout. It's like the chip readers don't work. Tap readers don't work. And yet it's like card only. I'm like, won't take my card. So I'm sitting there for a good 5 minutes with just a plunger. Everyone's
Told you have to have
And I'm like-
items over
and
it.
the person that's coming in we can't communicate with each other. And it's not her fault, not my fault. We just can't communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure it out, get the card through, not working, not tap. They don't do Apple Pay, nothing. Right. So for a good 5 minutes, I'm sitting there with the plunger. Definitely had to be people I know walking by.
People are coming up to say, can I help you? And
Yeah.
you're like, I just have the one thing.
Just the one thing here. And so finally,
I would have been like, abort, and taken off on the run.
here we go. Finally, I take it. Now here is a little offshoot.
Okay.
Kind of made me like not mad, but I'm like, why'd you do that? So afterwards on the self-checkout, it's like it wants you to rate the experience. 0 stars to 5 stars and like press
Do
the
you have
button.
a 1 star?
Didn't even do anything. I was just taking my receipt and walking away. The person who couldn't help me walks up and just presses 5 star and done. And I'm like, yeah, you listen here.
You didn't.
My experience, not necessarily because of you, but my experience with this pin pad situation is not 5 stars.
This is the most white bread, middle-aged issue I've ever heard. Like those stars were mine to give, not yours.
Not yours.
And you're giving these stars to yourself.
I'd have given you a 2.5 max, not because of you, because of the pin pad. The pin pad's got a lot of issues, and I take absolute issue with them.
Can I tell you something really funny?
Yeah.
Is Murphy and I went in the other day. I was told that Claire's was closing down. Magically, it was wide open on a Saturday. And so I told Murphy, I'll walk in with you, which is misery. Going to Claire's, first of all, it is so insanely overpriced. I think now that we live in a world of Temu, you realize you look at something like some earrings and they want $19.95 for these earrings. And on Temu, they're 89 cents. And so you kind of are waking up to the fact that like, these are shitty, jewelry. And then over here, I could get the shitty jewelry for a lot less money. But anyway, we walk around and she's like picking stuff and everything she's picking. I'm like, no. It's like slime. Again, $19.99. I'm like, I'm not buying $20 of slime.
Yeah.
So we go through. And finally said, you know what? We have to go to Target. Why don't you pick something at Target? She said, okay. So we walk out without buying anything. And she looks at me on the way out and she goes,
Murphy or the person?
Murphy. And she goes, Mom, I feel like it looks like we're stealing if we're not buying anything. And I'm like, oh, that is that's
point.
very dialed in because that is so true. You not accidentally, but you go into a store and you don't buy anything. When you walk out, I always think to myself, they think I stole something. They think I just hid something in my bag. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
how weird that she picked up on that.
Bet a lot of people do that at Claire's because of the reason you're saying. I'll go in and get some little trinkets for my girl or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you pick it up and it's $34.95 and you're like, I'm putting this down, walking away so I don't break it.
Yeah. And, Claire's has a way of sucking you in where it's like buy one, get 6 free. And so
Yeah.
you're like, oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you start looking and she was looking at these dolls. They're not Labubu, obviously, but they're like a subset. They're different. They look almost exactly like them, but something. And I thought, all right, what the heck? She can have that. $37. I said, unring that because we're not getting it. And that's where the battle began, where I'm like, hell no. Am I spending that much on something like that? So I just thought that was really funny. And I thought, wow, even at that age, you get that vibe of like, oh, I walked out without buying anything.
Yeah.
That must mean they think I stole something. They're probably staring. And, in all reality, the people are like, we don't care. You just left. That's good for us. And so that happened. Can I read to you a relationship issue?
Is it with us?
It is not with us, but in a way I could see this actually being with us.
Okay.
But this is somebody that wrote into Reddit and I read it and I thought, oh, this is kind of interesting. So this anonymous letter, oh my God, this anonymous person wrote a letter and said, question, my husband wants to sell some old jeans and stuff on eBay that have been sitting in an empty mobile home my uncle used to live in. You sticking with me on this?
Sure.
Okay. He wants me to help inventory or catalog the stuff because he thinks it's a good thing to do it as a couple, but it just doesn't interest me. He always expects me to engage in these random hobbies he's done, and I never really want to.
Mm-hmm.
I think his hobbies and mine are different, and I think that that's okay, but he gets offended when I say I want to do what he likes to do.
He gets offended when he says you don't want to do it.
She says, I don't want to catalog these clothes.
Yeah.
He gets joy out of, I don't know, the
Sure.
process of selling stuff, and he wants to do these things together. And she's like, why am I getting guilted if I'm telling you
Yeah.
this does not sound enjoyable to me? And I feel this.
You want my take on it?
I know your take. Can I give you your take?
Give me my take.
Your take is, well, if he loves it, I mean, it's not going to kill you to do it. And
Yeah.
okay, because that's how we are in this relationship. Because Ryan will be like, do you want to go
You're speaking for me right now.
do blank? And I'll be like, not really.
You're speaking for me right now.
Okay, you speak.
Okay. So on marital hobbies, here is my take. You need individual hobbies with people outside of your marriage, like going, I don't know, golf buddies, whatever it may be. You also need couple hobbies.
Mhm.
You need to do things as a couple. Now, not all the time is it like, hey, you're a workout fiend. I'm a workout fiend. I love running marathons. You love running marathons. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
Not always is it that, but is it like, hey, I love running marathons. You don't love running. Let's
Get up and run.
Let's do a 5K together.
Yeah.
Not a marathon, but let's go do a 5K because I think it'd be really fun to do with you. Kind of meet in the middle, but I'll still do this thing with you.
Yeah.
Right. I do think those things are necessary because otherwise, what is it? It's
Okay,
just
but
individual
listen.
hobbies and then see you at night.
Okay. And I understand what you're saying. That does make sense.
Yeah.
But what if my hobby is so left from center? What if I'm into theater and I want you to be in a play with me?
I know plenty of people that have left of center hobbies that are just not norm hobbies. And the spouse is like, yeah, all right, not my thing, but let's try it. And it's because you like it. I like you. Let's go do it. Now, I'm not saying that's all the time where it's just sad puppy following you around. I'll do all of your hobbies and we do everything together. There does need to be individual time, but there are things. I'll give you an example of something that you're all about.
Okay.
And I'm like, fair enough.
Got it.
Don't love it, but sure, let's do it. Your musical interests are very different,
Totally different.
right? Never in my life would my musical interests, without knowing you, have crossed over, but you're all about it. So let's go to the show. Let's go see the thing you want to go see
But I do that
On
with you
Game On.
too.
appropriately.
Yeah. That's what you should do.
Yeah, that's what you should do. Like, hey, I'm not into it, but it sounds great. Let's go have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm in, and not I'm in and
I'm going
arms.
to be
Arms crossed, wet blanket.
yeah.
Like, I'll go, yeah, fun. Sounds good. Let's give it a try. Right. I think that's important to show we're together. You want to do something. It's really important to you. Because it's important to you, it's important to me.
Yeah.
And that's not everything all the time, but there do need to be I'd say like a good 35% of hobbies need to be a marital hobby, like where you guys will do it together.
See, and I think it's sweet when you see people who come together and one person shares their hobby and then they both become genuinely into the hobby.
Yeah.
Like, do you think we should pick up a hobby together?
I think right now we both are working out damn near daily, right?
Yeah.
But we do different things
Right.
and we do them separately. Like, I'll do my time, you'll do your time, and whatever. I do think it'd be fun to work out together, but we do different things. I don't know. We got to figure that out.
I was going to tell you tomorrow when you wake up, will you wake me up so I can lift with you? I like lifting with you. I like doing yoga by myself. That's not something I'd really want to share because I like doing it in the dark. And
Sure.
I'm really weird. I like having a certain temperature and I like doing it a certain way and taking my time. And I think that that's kind of like a private thing for me that I just get to be in quiet and enjoy.
Sure.
But I don't know, lifting, I think I want you to be like my lift instructor. I was thinking about it today. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd rather just have him tell me what to do than watch these videos. Because you know what, on Peloton, God bless these people, but they're just so
Extra.
happy and they're so extra. And the girl that I watched to do lifting, it's like, I have to get through this because she's like, and dance and shake it down and shake it down. And we're
But
resting. And I'm like, dude.
not just Peloton. That's just, you go to a lot of instructors in person, you're going to get that. But I'd be, unless you're with a personal trainer where they can kind of meet your personality. But no, I'd be down for that. Now, here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
If,
Will I get up at 5 a.m. with you?
If you are, would you be okay with me encouraging you to do the extra part of lifting? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to 8. Now let's knock out 2 more. Let's get 10 done. Let's get 12 done.
Because
would you be okay
another
with that?
thing is, yeah, I would be okay with that. Another thing is I get sometimes confused by what they want me to do.
Yeah.
And I have questions, but it's too late. She's already dancing her
Already
way into
doing
a song. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, well, I missed that whole section.
Yeah.
And so I thought today I should just have Ryan just train me just for this part. And, I will do yoga for an hour a day. I only want to lift for like 15 minutes. I
Sure.
hate it. I hate it so much.
Sure. But you want the result,
Well, yeah,
but you don't want to put in the work.
I know. Can you help me with that? This
I
is
can
what
try.
every trainer has heard their clients say.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that, but I want a 6-pack.
Sure.
Yeah.
See, it's the opposite with me where I'm all like, I'd love to do it all day long. I just don't have the time. So I'm trying to figure out the time. But no, I do think, lifting aside, which was probably the greatest story in the world to listen to, we should find a hobby.
Something.
Bring a hobby to me and I'll bring a hobby to you. And we'll say, all right, what do you think?
Okay. I have a hobby right now that I would love to do.
What?
I would love to do a book club with you where we both read the same book and then we sit and talk about the book.
Okay.
Book club.
Okay.
And I could tell by the way you're shaking your head, that sounds not fun at all.
Not that it doesn't sound fun. I'm just trying to figure out where that time I'm going to fit in on because, my day's a little bit more packed than yours right now.
After everybody, I go to bed. Murphy and I go to bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you just, instead of watching mindless television,
Do you think I watch TV?
I think at the end of the night you do.
I do not.
You sure do. What do you do? You sit downstairs in the quiet.
If there's a game on, but typically I'll end up working or I'll end up listening to something. Like I'm very rarely have the TV on.
So what would it be any different if you picked up a book to read? But then again,
Would
I'm
work?
like, what book would we both be interested? Because you like reading about history people.
Or
And I
biographies.
like reading about those. I like those smut books.
Yeah.
I like those. And you're like, let's read about George Washington. And I'm like, I have this book where this guy ties a girl up and beats her with a whip. And then they do it. And it's great. Here you go. Here's a copy.
Sure.
We're very different in that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is it okay for a couple not to have hobbies together?
I think it's okay, but I think then, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You don't do things together. You don't like the same stuff. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but can't you meet? And like, I look at like my parents. What do they have in? Well, my parents like to go antiquing.
Yeah. They have a
That's their
shared,
favorite thing.
they have a shared hobby together where they go do that.
What would be our shared hobby? I also think, though, that shared hobbies are easier to have when kids are out of the house.
Oh, 100.
When you are in the
1,000%.
middle, in the thick of like having kids and pickup time in school, and we got a school party and we have to volunteer and we've got a play date. And I mean, to me, I feel like our hobby together right now is children
Yeah.
and dealing with the children and figuring things out for the children. And I mean, what are we going to do when
But that's where, not to get vision boardy on you, but that's where we do need to be a little bit more intentional with that. Right. And I do think that's hard because you're like, all right, we're surviving right now.
Yeah.
Like, not that we're surviving, but you know what I mean? Like heads above water, hour to hour to hour to hour to hour, we're getting things done. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that it needs to be intentional of like, hey, we're going to not go shopping together. We're going to go.
I love that.
It's exactly why I said it. But like, we're going to go have something stimulating together, whether it's new music or like you said, a book or travel or, it's something together.
I think it's, again, easier to do when you don't have kids. When you're out
I
of
agree.
the kid stage.
That's why I said you have to be intentional about it and
Yeah.
say, what do we want to do? Let's actually put that on the calendar where we're going to do this together.
Yeah. Right now, I just don't know how we could do that. How could we do that?
It is hard right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
It
about.
is
Like,
hard.
what we're going to get a babysitter to go to pottery class.
Yeah.
Then you start thinking, well, we might as well just bring her with us.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it becomes all about her.
I
and
think
we're
our-
both like, we hate this.
The closest shared hobby that we have right now is me coaching sports and you watching it.
That's true. We're both there.
We're both there. We're on the opposite parts of the pitch, the field, the court, whatever we're on, but we're there.
I think that's just the season we're in. But do you think this woman should, first of all, what kind of hobby is this where he's
I'd say-
trying to sell
no.
stuff? What kind of hobby is that?
A hobby, whatever, but like, hey man, anytime someone's like, I'd like if you did this with me, the answer 70% of the time should be, yeah, I'll give that a try with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think that's what makes a good partner.
Yeah.
Unless you're sinking.
What do you mean?
Unless you are feeling like you're sinking underneath work and kids and you're like, I
Buried?
can't breathe. And you're buried. And maybe if you do have 1 hour, you want to sit and read a book.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just want to zone out and listen to a podcast
Or
like you do.
Stare
Or
at some trees.
just sit and stare. I've gotten really good after becoming a parent for years. I can sit in the car and just stare at a tree and time will pass.
Oh, it's so good though.
I should be good at so many things, but that's what I spend my time on.
Yeah.
Look at that tree.
Hey, speaking of hobbies, do you want to join Murphy and I in our new hobby?
Your musical hobby?
Yeah.
First of all, I saw how that was going tonight. It's going to be a long road.
Well, she's starting and she's got tiny hands and she's 8, but she's learning how to play guitar.
But you're working with her and that's not good.
That's why we're getting lessons with someone who's not me.
Yeah, because tonight you guys both had your guitars.
Yeah.
And you were kind of showing her some different things. And she
Yeah.
was like, oh, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was giving her some grace, but Murphy wants to be good immediately.
So do I.
And yeah, back to
I'm
it.
like, I dieted for a day. What's going on?
Yeah, and I'm like, your fingers are gonna hurt. It's gonna be okay. And we're teaching some chords, and she was like, ugh. But I do think it's gonna be fun because here in 2 years, she's gonna go to a talent show for school and be like, listen, y'all, I got some
Apparently she's
AC/DC
gonna
for you.
Eric Clapton it,
Ooh, Clapton.
which would be really amazing.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews.
But Eric Clapton's like one of the most generational great guitar players.
Also, he did a lot of cocaine.
He wrote a song about
He wrote a
cocaine.
song about cocaine.
Yeah.
And you know, when you listen
Do
to
you know
that
he
song,
was-
you think, damn, cocaine doesn't sound so bad.
Side topic, he was almost in the Beatles.
No.
So in the documentary Get Back,
Yeah.
they were talking about George Harrison was going to be the one that left the Beatles. He's like, I'm out. Like, I'm done with this stuff. And there were conversations of like, who are we going to get? Do we get Clapton to join?
Now, didn't Clapton steal George Harrison's?
No
Isn't that
idea.
what Layla's about?
That is out of my realm. I don't know.
Because I was going to say to have someone take over your part in a band and they're trying to steal your lady.
Yeah.
That's pretty incestuous. They couldn't find anyone else.
But apparently Clapton was the man and they were going to get him into it if George was going to leave, which was crazy.
It's crazy. I
Yeah.
feel like the only one that kept their composure was Paul McCartney. The rest of them all
Did
kinda
you
went
watch
off.
Get Back?
Yeah.
Like, how much of it?
The whole thing when it came out.
You are a liar.
Not a liar.
Paul McCartney is, I know we're weaving all over the place. He is a magical human being.
He seems magical.
He's just magical.
Like he's one of those people where I would meet, and I don't really care to meet anybody. I'd rather be home. But if I met him, it would be like, oh my God, Paul McCartney. I don't even know what I'd say. I'd probably say something stupid like, my mom thought she was going to marry you.
But I bet you he gets that stuff all the time.
I know. And he seems so gracious about it
Yeah.
to where, you know, that Ringo came out like 10 years ago.
I'm not doing anything else.
And was like, stop sending me things to sign. I'm officially done doing autographs. Don't ask me to sign anything if I'm out. Don't send it to me on this day. It was like October 20th. As of today, I will never be signing again. Which I get. You're inundated. I mean,
just
you're a
don't say it.
Beatle. Just don't sign it. You know, or maybe like hire someone to help you go through it. Take an hour out of your day and say, we're going to knock this out.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching.
But you know, Paul McCartney
Mm-hmm.
and his wife, Linda,
Yeah.
they had shared hobbies.
Beautiful love story.
Shared hobbies, those two.
They had kids too.
Yeah.
They had wings and they had kids.
They had wings.
Yeah,
Was
that,
that
wasn't that the name of the band?
I was going to say, was that a double entendre there? Because yes, he did start Wings.
They started Wings together.
Fantastic.
I know, so cute. So
Yeah.
we're agreeing in this episode of Still Awkward with Sadie that you should try to have hobbies with your significant other. And maybe if it means stepping out of your comfort zone, I still think we should do the book club. I would love, God, nothing is better to me than like at the end of the night, I take a bath, I get ready for bed in my pajamas, I get all clean. And then I get into bed and I read a book. And I'm reading a book right now and it's so good. I'm rereading the book Misery by Stephen King. I love Stephen King books, but I would love it if I could be like, what page are you on? Can you believe this? And instead I just look over at Murphy, who's not reading the book and she's watching TV or something. But that's just the way it is. So that's what these people wanted to know on Reddit.
Jump in, do it. So yeah, say, you know what? I'll give you 3 hours today. I can't give you any more today, but let's do 3 hours today. Let's
and do you think she should make it clear, like, this isn't something that I enjoy to do. I'm doing it for you.
I have to make it clear, like, listen here, like, you know, I'd prefer to do something else, but if you want to give this a shot, let's do it. I can knock it out. You know,
yeah,
I can fit about 3 hours in today. Is that okay?
So you're saying couples should have at least one hobby in common. I'm not a doctor. Yeah.
But just from my standpoint, I think it makes life better.
That's
if
true.
you have your spouse and you have a hobby together where you can, you know, do something together.
We should start a jug band.
Okay. We do have veto power too on the hobbies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jug band is out. Book club is in.
Oh, is that why you did that? You threw someone so far outside?
Here's what we should do. We should do book club, but you pick the book I read and I pick the book, like our favorite books. Like this is my favorite book.
The way that we would do that is alternate months.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
we'd both read the book and then we'd read. Yeah.
And then you get to pick one and then I get to pick one.
Oh, look at us. We're adorable. Thank you guys so much for listening to today's edition of Still Awkward with Sadie. Thank you for finding us on all streaming platforms. If you're there, maybe hit like, and I don't think you have to subscribe. I say that all the time, but then I'm like, I don't even think you have to subscribe. Just maybe leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you think of other topics or if you have any questions, we love I love it when people write it, and I always think it's just so sweet. And so thank you for listening. Thank you to my amazing sponsors, Garage Door Service and Sales, Christiana Salon Spa, and Wilbur's Total Beverage. Wilbur's Total Beverage, it's time to go in there and stock up. You're probably bone dry after the holidays. People coming over, they're dropping in and they're getting into your favorite drinks. Can you feel rude not offering? So you just have to share. And now it's time to take care of you. Go and replenish at Wilbur's Total Beverage. And I highly recommend you follow them on all social media, I am especially fond of their Instagram because they put up stories and you're going to be able to see different things that are on sale, different types of alcohols that they're offering, different recipes that they have, where you can find it all at Wilbur's Total Beverage. They're family owned and operated, locally owned and operated, and just wonderful people. So thank you so much for listening, everybody. And we will be back tomorrow.